Hi everyone, this is Shauna Taroso, RAYAC's Executive Officer, and this is my desk. In this monthly video blog, I go over questions that are coming across my desk every single day, and we try to answer them so that we can all have much smoother real estate transactions here in York and Adams counties. The topic I have today, I think, is a little bit interesting because one of the questions that I get a lot is, do you have any tips for me on how I can be a better realtor and how I can get more business? What are you hearing from other outside sources and what to plan for in the real estate marketplace? So I thought this would be the perfect time to go over a couple of my 4 big tips for success in 2021 since we're kicking off the new year here in York and Adams counties. So I myself am not a real estate broker and I don't have my real estate license, but when I am going to find some of the best advice and the best, projections over what to expect in the real estate market, there are 2 gentlemen that I constantly refer to for their insight and information, and that is Brian Buffini, who is the CEO of the Buffini Company, and Dr. Lawrence Yoon, who is the Chief Economist for the National Association of Realtors. Those are my 2 guys and my 2 sources for my go-to information, and some of the 4 tips that I brought for you today, I'm getting directly from a presentation that they put on for the National Association of Realtors, and I wanted to share it all with you. So tip number 1 for success in 2021, you need to increase your referral base with other realtors, both nationally and regionally. Why? In 2021, we are seeing as a result of the pandemic that people are tending to move further and further away from urban cores, and they're not as interested in how close they are to their business place because many employees across the country are working from home. So they have much more opportunities of where they might like to locate their future home, and they may be expanding in areas that might be from those urban centers nationally, or they might be those regional urban centers and then looking for homes in York and Adams counties. So Brian Buffini had indicated that as much as 20 to 30% of your business in 2021 could be based upon referral business from other realtors. So you need to work that referral base, develop those relationships, and that will help you gain more business in 2021. Big tip number 2 is in addition to working that referral base, you need to make sure you're staying in contact with your past clients. Why? Couple of reasons. Number 1 is that as we're seeing the changes in the pandemic, we're seeing much more people who need a different type of home. They might need a bigger home because they're working from home or they're schooling their children from home. So past clients who may not have typically been ready to purchase a home and be a repeat customer for you may be ready to make that next step as a result of the pandemic. But the other big reason behind why you want to keep in contact with those past clients is they will refer you out to their friends and family. So here's what we know is more millennials than ever are living at home with their parents right now as a result of the pandemic. And while they're living at home with their parents, they're seeing increases in their savings and their capability to save up for a down payment and purchase a home. Now, we all know that millennials, they all start their home searches online. The vast majority of them do that. But even though they're doing all this research and information online, at the end of the day, when they're looking for that professional to work with and helping them purchase a home, 94% of them, 94% of millennials go to one of their contact friends and family to find out who they would refer them to. And you want to be that realtor that they refer them to. So your past clients are friends and family members of millennials. You want to make sure you're staying in contact with them, keeping that good relationship with them so they refer you to the future homeowners here in York and Adams counties. Big tip number 3. We all know that the big issue that has been in York and Adams County has been a lack of inventory. It's the story over and over and over again. At the end of December 2020, the month supply of inventory in York and Adams County was about 1 month. It's never been that low before. Well, Brian Buffini's attitude is we don't have a lack of inventory. We have plenty of inventory out there. It's just not for sale yet. So Brian had created a letter that you can use when you're working with your buyers. And I've seen some of you use this already. You're putting it out on Facebook. I'm looking for a home in this particular neighborhood with this many bedrooms and bathrooms. who might be interested in selling. He has created a letter that if you have buyers who are looking in a particular neighborhood, this is a letter that you could send to the residents of this particular neighborhood. It might spark an interest. It basically says, I have a buyer who's looking for a home similar to yours in this neighborhood. If you're interested in selling, please give me a call. And I'm going to put a link to that sample letter that Brian has provided to the members of the National Association of Realtors in this email. Big tip number 4. You need to build your skills. So everything that we're hearing as we're going into 2021 is this is going to be a really great year for the real estate market. The predictions are that we're going to have low interest rates continuing into 2021. We're going to have that increased buyer demand. We're going to see changes in terms of hopefully increases in the unemployment rate, which will spark more individuals to purchase homes. So there's going to be a lot of activity in the real estate market, and you need to be prepared for it. Unfortunately, what surveys have also shown in 2020 is that we're seeing a decrease in the skills. Buyers and sellers are reporting decreases in the skills from the real estate professionals. So you need to ensure as the real estate professional that you are ready to take on the challenges and the pressures that are going to happen in 2021. And John Gordon, he is a Navy, he has a quote from the Navy SEALs, and he says, the Navy SEALs say when you're under pressure, you don't rise to the occasion, but you fall to the level of your training. Train well. So it's very important that as you are working in this market, when things are moving so quickly, that you ensure that you have the skills and steps in place to make sure you're able to service your clients. One of our realtor members here in York and Adams County is Kim Moyer, and he did a presentation for our Young Professional Network. And one of the things that he suggested to all of the newer realtors in the marketplace is something that he follows. It's called PDR, practice, drill, rehearse. This is what he follows. You have to continually to practice, drill, rehearse your craft to make sure that you have it down pat and you're following the steps and the protocols necessary to ensure that you're working with your clients. This is Kim's someone who's been in the business for 40 years, been very successful, and he does PDR every day to make sure that he can serve his clients, and I think that's a good tip for all of you. So, one last item to share with you in terms of building on that 4th step of enhancing your skills is the National Association of Realtors has partnered with Brian Buffini, and he has a program. It's called 100 Days to Greatness. And as a member of the National Association of Realtors, you are able to get a $100 discount in order to take advantage of that program so you can hone your skills in the real estate industry. I hope you found that information to be helpful to you. I hope you have a very successful 2021. And as always, if you ever have any questions, my doors and ears are always open. Thank you and have a wonderful day.